If the map decides the election, why bother voting? Seriously, if your choice of representation comes pre-selected by a politician Sharpie, what's the point? That's not democracy, that's political origami. Fold the paper just right and poof, your vote disappears. Here in Texas, Team Red draws squiggly lines to magically produce 5 new Republican seats. Over in California, Team Blue screams, "That's an assault on democracy!" and then grabs a pencil and redraws their map mid-cycle. Same pen, different color. Folks, this isn't a democracy. This is Crayola cosplay for politicians. Governor Greg Abbott just called his second special legislative session of the year like democracy on reruns, literally hours after the previous session ended, because nothing was done in the first one. On the playlist for the new session, a shiny new redistricting proclamation. Translation: Team Red has decided that the electoral map was looking a little too purple, so they got out the crayons. Surprise, surprise, the Texas GOP's draft map is engineered to cough up those 5 extra Republican seats in Congress. That's not representation, that's cartography cosplay. Drawing lines isn't governing, it's concentrating state power with fewer choices and more crony outcomes. Imagine your kid is failing algebra, saying, "Don't worry, I'll just redraw the answer key." That's Texas politics in 2025. But wait, Team Blue looks over at Texas and says, "Hold my Chardonnay." California Democrats are now openly pushing a mid-cycle redistricting measure to cancel out Texas. Translation: we're not mad that they're rigging, we're mad that we didn't rig it first. This has become an interstate arms race of cartography, because apparently the best way to defend democracy is to gerrymander the hell out of it. Same pen, different color. Red versus blue. Coke versus Pepsi. Same corporate sugar, different label. They both call it saving the republic, but the only thing they're trying to save is their own incumbency. But let's be clear about one thing. This isn't Texas versus California. This is Coke versus Pepsi, Chevy versus Ford, Whataburger versus In-N-Out. Except instead of soda, burgers, and trucks, we're fighting over who gets to draw squiggles on a map while pretending it's high-minded statesmanship. Gerrymandering is just monopoly power dressed up as map-making. Both parties are playing SimCity with your vote. This isn't a contest of ideas, it's a contest of boundaries. Both parties treat maps like loaded weapons in an arm race, but the blast radius always hits the same people, you, the voter. And we're just supposed to believe that a third-party candidate daring to offer you a real choice is a spoiler. Not even close, bud. The spoilers are the cartel's clowns carving up the state like a brisket at a church fundraiser. Don't get mad at the knife, get mad at the hands holding it. Voters are supposed to pick their representatives, but the red and blue cartel insists the representatives pick voters. That's like letting the fox redesign the henhouse floor plan. Shocker, it always comes with an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's not freedom, that's rigging the rodeo before the first bull even leaves the gate. You want real democracy? Stop treating it like a coloring book. Pass ranked choice voting. Use independent commissions. End ballot access barriers that protect incumbents like protective glass enclosures. Otherwise, admit the obvious. Elections aren't democracy. They're performance art with yard signs. Staged theater with the ending written in pen before the curtain ever rises. And Texas isn't really the lone star anymore. It's a test lab for how far they can rig things before you stop pretending it's fair. My advice? Don't just vote. Take it back. Because if democracy is going to survive, it can't just be another magic trick pulled off with a Sharpie. Here's the bottom line. We're not the spoilers. They've already spoiled everything.